and I'm feeling. Cause you got me in my feelings. I'm tearing my Christmas feelings. And you got me in my feelings. Because I love Christmas coming. Oh, you got me in my feelings. Yes, you got me in my feelings. Because I love Christmas coming. Oh, 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 it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, Christmas coming. It's coming, it's coming, I feel it coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, Christmas coming. It's coming, it's coming. You've been whining with the broom in my hand, shaking off me Pambaland, trying to put some dust in the pan, but all of it falling. See me dancing, decorating the tree, like salon that remain. You see, I dancing just like a white lady, and all my ornaments breaking. I'm tearing my feelings, I'm tearing my Christmas feelings. I'm whining more than I feel it. I'm tearing my feelings. I'm tearing my Christmas feelings. I'm dancing more than I feel it. Cause you got me in my feelings. I'm tearing my Christmas feelings. And you got me in my feelings. Because I love Christmas coming. Yeah, you got me in my feelings. Oh, you got me in my feelings. It's coming. It's coming, it's coming, Christmas coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Check me how I want it. It's coming, got me in my feelings. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. What's it coming? Christmas coming, it's coming. I know Christmas coming. Yes, it's coming. You got me in my feelings. Oh yeah, Christmas coming. Why, Santa, where you there? Tell me how you come. Boy, Christmas is coming. Everybody waiting for Santa. I promise you'll get something, but I am still here waiting for Santa to come. And we don't have no reindeer in my country. So tell me, how will Santa ever get here to me? And in my country south we don't have no snow. So how will Santa get to me? I don't know. Oh, Santa, are you coming? Santa, are you coming? Santa, are you coming? Santa, are you coming? You will get a basket full of rum, or maybe a whole pig in a farm. You will get a real ginger beer. Don't forget the black pudding down there. Around the corner, all the children praying for Santa to come down. Run, go tell your neighbor how you so excited for Santa to come down. But still I don't know how he will get down here. He'll have to come by sea or maybe by air. Somebody has to build him a caboose, so Santa can get here to me by today. Papa Bonje, Santa, are you coming? Santa, are you coming? Santa, are you coming? Santa, are you coming? Santa, you will get a basket full of rum, or maybe a whole pig in a farm. You could get a real ginger beer. Don't forget the black pudding down there. Boy, Santa, where you there? Where you there? Are you coming? You coming? And in my country south we don't have no snow. So how will Santa get to me? I don't know. And we don't have no reindeer in my country. So tell me, how will Santa ever get here to me? Why, Santa, are you coming? Santa, are you coming? Santa, are you coming? Santa, are you coming? You will get a basket full of rum, or maybe a whole pig in a bar. You will get a real ginger beer. Don't forget the black You coming? You will get a plastic full of rum. Maybe I hope it in a bomb. You will get
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95. The latest happening event, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay locked for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95. The big station.
Dominica, good morning to you. December 9th, 2024. The pleasure is mine to welcome you to the Hot Seat, Dominica's most talked about talk show. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, welcome to the Hot Seat. Some of you hate to love it, love to hate it, and just love to love it. Whatever side you're on, I want to welcome you. Our first stop this morning, the greeting line. Stick around.
Doesn't make what this. I ought to be alone again. Anyone who takes offense at a day in your celebration, we all know in our mind that there ought to be a time that we can set aside to show just how much we love you, and I'm sure you would agree. But perfect.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sending birthday greetings to Gary from Nikki this morning. Blessed morning to you. All those wishing me a blessed morning. Good morning to you.
I just never understood how men who died for good.
Happy Monday to Randy Turney, Bronx, New York. Good morning, Calabishi. Good morning to you, Alex, and your family there in Foncolay. Have a great Monday today, huh? Wishing you a blessed Monday, a brand new week, a brand new day. May angels walk with you every step of the way. Bring you peace, love, and happiness, and keep you from harm's way. God bless you too. Belated happy birthday to Jasmine Victor and Denise Winston from Sheila and Glendale. Good morning to Amber News. She says good morning to you. Hope you had a good weekend. Remember, no matter what trial you may be facing, there's always someone in a worse situation than you. Let's continue to trust God. Have a blessed Monday. Of course, whenever you cross your quarry, somebody else is carrying a much bigger cross than you. So thank God for His small mercies. Hello, talk to me. Good morning. Trying my best. Mm-hmm.
I would like to get good morning to some loving sisters. Sister Balthazar, Sister Jennifer Doctor, Sister Jennifer Javis, Sister Susan Sampson, Sylvia Alfred, Bernadette Foster, Josephine John Lee, Ophelia Linton, Frances Israel, Rosemary William. Wishing them a blessed day today and many more to come.
I wish you the same. Wish you the same. Thank you. Another week, huh? Jerry Dorset in New York. Happy birthday. Enjoy your cold, huh? I know you'll be celebrating more today, huh? With Trump's victory, right, Jerry?
We know the key, the unity of all people.
You have reason to celebrate.
It's in the dream that we had so long ago. It lives in all of the hearts of people. Believe.
Good morning to the participants
We'll make the dream.
in the gospel show on the weekend.
Because our hearts tell us so.
It was a great show generally. I had my issues, but it's the judge's decision is final. We'll talk about that sometime. Overall, it was a good show. Organized by NIPP. To all the participants in the winner, Mr. Toussaint, good morning to you. We have 2 more minutes and then we'll wrap it up here on, of course, the greatest line here.
Now, doesn't make what this. There ought to be love again. Anyone who takes offense at a day in your celebration, we all know in our mind that there ought to be a time that we can set aside to show just how much we love you. And I'm sure you would agree, what could fit more perfectly than to have a world party on the day you came to be. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes? Uh-huh.
Good morning, Matt. I
Morning.
am sending birthday greetings to my uncle Cody Bopia
Okay, Cuddy Bopia from where?
from La Plaine.
La Plaine. Okay, the Bopia from La Plaine. Cuddy Bopia, good morning to you. Happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you.
Because it should never be. Just because some cannot see that bring us where is he. And then day that naked become an illusion, and we all know everything that is just a time of brain, or in peace the heart will sing. Thanks to Martin Luther King. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. What has never been a holiday? Yeah. Where peace is celebrated. People like me and you who know the way through is life and unity to all of God's children. It should be a pretty bit, and the whole thing should be spent and for remembrance of those who lived in.
Good morning to Lena Asprey of Massac.
So let it go.
From your children, Noreen and Pearlie. She's a big fan of Q95. Good morning to you, Lena Asprey of Massac. Good morning. Hello, talk to me, yes? Uh-huh.
Morning, Matt. Morning, Matt.
Morning to you. Morning.
I'm saying greetings to Rosie Cambran, Albert Stevens, Albert Ole, Steve Ole, Ishi Ole, Vanessa Ole, and Gislin. I said already goodbye.
Okay, thank you.
We know the key, the unity of all people, is in the dream that we had so long ago, that lives in all of the hearts of people. Believe you. We'll make the dream become a reality. I know we will.
Good morning to the Wesley Reunion Lobby Connect team. One more week to go. Wesley Reunion. Good morning.
But I'm still breathing. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but I got a feeling. I am alive. There must be a reason. I was given one more chance. My heart's still beating. Buried alive, but I'm still breathing. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but I got a feeling. Oh, now I am alive. There must be a reason. I was given one more chance. My heart's still beating. Now all this time I've been blind, only running against the wind. Friends of mine, pass with time. After living a life of pain, I'm gonna give up, gonna give in. It's my determination to win. I survived the worst of times. I survived. Yeah. I was buried alive, but I'm still breathing. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but I got a feeling. Oh, now I am alive. There must be a reason. I was given one more chance. My heart still beating. Oh, they make a ditch for one, but there would be two. In their attempt to all my life, the wicked things they do. But I don't know. Oh, no. The Lord is my salvation. And whom shall I fear? I was dead, but I'm still breathing. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but I got a feeling. Alright, now I am alive. There must be a reason. I was given one more chance. My heart's still beating. One more time. I still living alive, but I'm still breathing. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but I got a feeling. Alright, I am alive. There must be a reason. I was given one more chance. My heart's still beating. My heart's still beating.
My friend Olive says this is the best track for the week, huh? To light up the week this morning.
But I got a feeling. Alright, now I am alive. There must be a reason. I was given one more chance. My heart's still beating. One more time. I still living alive, but I'm still breathing. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but I got a feeling. Alright, I am alive. There must be a reason. I was given one more chance. My heart's still beating. My heart's still beating. Heart's still beating. Heart's still beating.
Bloombox brings you our new branch right in the heart of Roseau to make things even easier for you to get all the best products we have in stock. Bloombox Roseau on the corner of Hanover Street and Drury Lane, next to Richard Wholesale, the same block as Western Union. Bloombox Roseau, a farmer's favorite place. New location, same great products for all your planting needs. We're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Call us at 235-3483. Bloombox, your one-stop shop for everything that grows. Let's bloom together.
Auto Trade is introducing our very own mobile app. Yes, the Auto Trade app is here. From scheduling your service appointments, request financing, checking our vehicle and parts inventory, to receiving personalized coupons and sales specials. Life is so much easier with the new Auto Trade app. Download the Auto Trade app from the Play Store or App Store today. Call us at 255-6800. Auto Trade, it's more than a vehicle, it's a relationship.
From the you don't want to be no slave. You need a loan, you want to stay. Welcome and visit us today. With a commitment to quality. Therefore you and me was one big family, but now is the community. Making life easy, yes, like ABP. Don't matter who you are, you can benefit. When you bring your mortgage,
with rates as low as 5% and loans for all your needs.
open an MRA,
Save for your golden years and take advantage of our savings product.
we will finance your business.
Checking accounts, small business loans, wire transfers, and so much more.
MCC you all the way. Wow.
Your community financial partner.
MCC you.
From December 2nd, 2024 to January 6th, 2025, every time you play $5 on Daily 3 and $5 on Multi-X, you'll get a chance to win cash instantly. Look out for your winning coupon that could read "You've won cash," or try your luck again. And that's not all. We're giving away 4 grand prizes of $20,000, $10,000, and $5,000. Yes, 4 lucky players will win $40,000 in cash, plus over 300 instant winners. Play, win, and celebrate big this Christmas season with the Dominican National Lottery's Christmas Extravaganza promotion. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 18 years or older to play.
No, it's holiday time. Either green, the red, and the white. Gonna keep you moving on. All the way back up. All the red lights in the way. It's that time of year. Get moving, get going. It's Christmas. Get going, get moving, get going. It's Christmas. Get going.
Have a happy and safe Christmas from Rubus.
And the results for the best evaporated milk is in. Distinction Evaporated Milk is 100% pure milk. Distinction Milk is a fantastic source of calcium, protein, and essential source of vitamins A and D and other nutrients. The great news is that Distinction Milk has no added ingredients and no preservatives. Always fresh, always pure, always rich. Now available in 2 sizes, 170 grams and 410 grams. Distinction Evaporated Milk is perfect for the family to enjoy no matter how you choose to serve it. Distinction Milk is always wholesome and always nutritious. For healthy bones and better immune system, choose Distinction Evaporated Milk. Distributed by Fine Foods and available island-wide.
How, bang a bottle. Not sure what gift to give? How about a GBA gift certificate? Our gift certificates are tailored to your budget. Located at 106C Independence Street, Roseau, just after the EC Low Black Bridge. Call us at 275-8788. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Wines and spirits are our specialty with top brands to choose from.
Diplomatico, Frodi, Chairman's Reserve, Vino Maple, Bounty, to name a few.
So make your gift giving easy with a GBA gift certificate. Season's greetings from all of us at GBA Enterprises.
It's that time of year to win big. Use your Republic Bank MasterCard today for a chance to win prepaid cards, a culinary priceless experience, and free groceries for 3 months. Terms and conditions apply. Visit our website or social media for more information.
Okay, Max, if I'm going to steal Christmas this year, I'll need a smart TV to keep an eye on the who's, a smartphone to call for backup, cash, and a stove to make this happen. Seriously, I can get all of this for free if I sign up for Flow.
With Christmasing with thousands of gifts, even the Grinch would love. Sign up for a postpaid mobile bundle or high-speed broadband and win big every week. Visit discoverflow.co now.
New York City and the Tri-State, let's get some power.
There's a party. It's a party.
Follow to Bow in collaboration with Creole Cultural Ambassador Prince Wadix present Winter Wonderland. The Red Edition, Saturday, December 21st from 8 p.m. 112-50 Springfield Boulevard, Queens Village, New York City. Featuring DJ Sniper, DJ Reckless, and the legendary Prince Wadix from Wadi Calling Pen. Advance tickets $50, $60 at the door. Supported by Q95 FM, the big station. La Famille Créole, toute Dominique États-Unis, New York City, pour attention. Nous camene, Channel Dominique Johnson. Samedi, décembre 21, Weber Kozot, Fini Pompi Azon. Bon, musique et descente.
hardware and home improvement, building supplies for you, kitchen appliances, even home decor too, lumber, lawn, all your garden supplies, plumbing, welding, electrical supplies. Visit Do It Center at the former J. Nassif Hardware location on Goodwill Road. Call us at 255-6890. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it Center.
Christmas is hope and love. Christmas is you and me. Simply get all family. Magical plans to help you be. Over 180 years. Magico's always there. Protecting what matters more. Magical, magical. Very new is what we do. Magical, magical. Working to make your dreams come true. Magical, magical. Why find out your thinking for us?
Energy, strength, vitality. The dream that gives us strength for the extra mile. Vitamalt, food, delicious, refreshing, and healthy. Taste it. Rich in vitamin B. Vitamalt, the magical source of energy you know and love. Drink it. Boy, that's nicely. I love my Vitamalt. Vitamalt, vitalized naturally. Distributed by Belva, Estate Limited.
Tika do Noël, Tika do Noël, Tika do Noël. Comité pour études créoles qui a présenté Tika do Noël à son mouvement créole à Sukyu. Get into the Christmas spirit and win prizes on Movement Créole à Sukyu on Tuesday, December 10th and Tuesday, December 17th from 6 to 7:45 p.m. Parlez pour 2 minutes sa pause sur différents sujets. Peut-être Noël, Belté la Dominique, communauté ou maman ou papa ou belle-mère ou beau-père. Speak for 2 minutes in Creole on different topics and win great prizes on the Movement Creole à Sukyu. Or sing a Christmas Creole song. We projection on Powerball, banon ticote, et puis gagner cadeau pour Noël, messieurs, mesdames. Noëlito. Ça, c'est pas blague, messieurs. Tiens-nous et participez. Cadeau. Bon compliment to It Center, Signman, Tichisel, toute connexion, Pavel, Sarah, Issa Trading, et d'autres, messieurs. Mouvement Créole, la Sukyu, Tika Noël, mardi décembre 10 et mardi décembre 17, 6 étoiles, Q95 FM, one station internationale, bon temps, bon bagaille, match ça ici, mesdames.
Let's feature the winner of the gospel contest on the weekend, Mr. Renick Toussaint, before we start going this morning.
Oh my God, there I am before you. Hey. The reason I live, for the purpose I breathe, is to do the will of my Father who has called me. That's why I made up my mind. Now is the time to be obedient and to hearken to His call. Wherever you lead me, wherever you send me, oh Lord, I sing
My heart's desire is to do the will of my Father. Yes, to do the will of my Lord.
Congratulations, Mr. Toussaint.
Come use me, come use me. My Father and King,
And all the participants.
Creator of all things, you gave up your only Son as a sacrifice to save humanity. That is all we, and so we must take up our mind. For I know that now is the time to be so faithful and to respond to His call. I am wherever you lead me, wherever you send me, Lord. I sing my heart's desire is to do the will of my Father. Yes, to do the will of my Lord. My Lord, oh Lord. Here I am before you humbly. Use me as a vessel of honor.
It's 8:31 Dominica. The pleasure is mine in the morning. Just wanted to reach out and touch the organizers of the gospel competition of the weekend. Growing bigger and bigger every year. Again, good morning to Gary from Nikki. A very interesting day today, dubbed Anti-Corruption Day. I want to play you two statements this morning. Mr. Steve Hyacinth is the chairperson. If you will, of this anti-corruption group in Dominica. Let's hear his voice this morning.
The campaign for the International Anti-Corruption Day 2024-2025 focuses on the role the youth, as young guardians of integrity, can play as advocates to raise awareness about corruption and its impacts on their communities. This campaign will be launched on International Anti-Corruption Day 2024 and run until International Anti-Corruption Day 2025. The campaign will seamlessly lead into the 11th session of the Conference of the States Parties to the United Nations Convention Against Corruption in Doha, where young people will have the opportunity to present their appeals directly to world leaders, urging them to support a future where they can thrive free from corruption. The campaign aims to amplify voices of integrity leaders of tomorrow, allowing them to express their concerns and aspirations with the hope that their appeals will be heard and acted upon. The campaign seeks to encourage youth to advocate for accountability and to actively participate in anti-corruption efforts. It also seeks to effectively promote a culture of integrity across the public and private sectors and build a generation that stands up to corruption. The youth can be affected by corruption. However, they also have the potential to become powerful agents of change in the fight for a future rooted in integrity. Education is the key in the fight for integrity and accountability. Hence, it is important that the youth are taught the values of transparency, accountability, and integrity from an early age. The inclusion of the discussions on these and other relevant topics within our schools' curriculum is therefore encouraged.
Before I take your comments, as it relates to corruption, I will hear the voice of Rosie Felix, who also had a message on anti-corruption day or anti-corruption month.
In 2003, the United Nations General Assembly designated December 9th as International Anti-Corruption Day, a day to raise awareness and intensify campaigns against corruption. It stresses that the campaign is ongoing, and the 2024-2025 theme is Uniting with Youth Against Corruption, Shaping Tomorrow's Integrity. The campaign underscores the vital role of young people in driving change, promoting transparency, and building a future rooted in integrity. This message is an invitation from Roses Parks Women for you, the youth, to begin your campaign and allow us to unite with you because you deserve to meet tomorrow dressed and rooted in integrity. So let's begin the campaign now. It's already late, so this makes it urgent. Unite with your parents, teachers, clergy, community leaders, professionals, artists, politicians, in fact, the entire society. Unite with all of us who embrace the godly, moral, and ethical virtue of integrity to fight the monster called corruption, a monster which has entrenched itself so deeply in our society, sacred offices and spaces, that some do not recognize its danger anymore. They only see personal benefits conceived and birthed by their greed. So here are some reasons why you really need to fight for integrity and fight against corruption anywhere and everywhere. Corruption stings and stings. When you cheat on a test at school, you are disqualified or given a fail grade. When you or your parents steal at work, you both are fired. That's it. You are penalized for lack of integrity, otherwise known as corruption. Corruption steals your dreams, aspirations, and your future. Corruption erodes the very fabric of society, stifles progress, and deprives you of educational opportunities, job prospects, engagement in public life, success in sports, and access and resources for healthcare and other essential services. Corruption perpetuates fraudulent elections and deny you the opportunity to change parliamentary representatives and or governments who are not performing or who have overstayed their welcome and or who suffer from a deficit of integrity. Corruption facilitates the sexual, physical, and psychological abuse of women and girls, thereby compromising your integrity and dignity, sometimes in exchange for a job or for a scholarship or for something else you need, and it is not worth it. Corruption cripples a nation's economy, brainwashes and bribes the citizenry, weakens institutions, violates the rule of law violently, and unfairly interferes with the judiciary. Corruption increases the incidence of crime in general and specializes in organized crime. Corruption leads to dictatorship and violation of human rights and freedom. This is very frightening. But this is exactly why you should join the campaign to become powerful agents of change in the fight for a future rooted in integrity. But you first need to embrace integrity yourself by making it your lifestyle. In the words of your youth leader, Ms. Christiana Paul, when she addressed you at the Independence Youth Rally last November, she said, and I quote, "When you commit to excellence, commit to integrity as well." End of quote. Once you understand and practice integrity, you are ready to fearlessly fight corruption. Here are some ideas we can unite on. Promote integrity and ethical behavior within your social circles. Demand accountability and transparency where it matters most. Be whistleblowers on corruption. Respectfully confront those who are involved in or who support and justify corruption, in particular your friends, parents, yes, your parents, parliamentary representatives, village council officers, and leaders whom you follow. Participate in civic discussions and actions against corruption planned by others. Develop innovative and technological solutions to address corruption on a community and national scale. Include the anti-corruption campaign on your national youth agenda, as well as on the agenda of your other groups. Issue public statements against corruption on both mainstream and social media. Create and publish songs, poems, and art to express your anti-corruption messages. And the list goes on. The common saying, stronger together, is a powerful reality. So, let us unite with you to fight for a future rooted in integrity. We deserve it. You deserve it even more because you are that future now. Thank you. I am Rosie Felix. Rosie Sparks Women.
Thank you, Rosie Felix, Rosie Sparks Women. Now, the first question that came to my mind this morning after I heard this day being pronounced as Anti-Corruption Day. Just a very simple question to the Integrity Commission. Sir, are we really let me start the question again before my phone. I just gonna turn off my phone here for a minute there. Sir, is the Integrity Commission really serious about fighting corruption in Dominica? Just a question, huh? That's all I'm gonna ask for now. And already the text messages come in. Somebody's saying to you, Mr. Hyacinth, your speech speaks to the total opposite to your day-to-day principles and operation. Living a life where he acts as a vehicle enable corruption. He fights people who stand against corruption. He must repent and come clean. My 5-year-old son told me once, my dad, who loved corruption? That's a question to you, Mr. Hyacinth. Are we really serious about fighting corruption in Dominica? So what message do we really want to send to the young people this morning? Don't they see what's going on in Dominica? The people who fight corruption every day, you see what happens to them. People ask questions every day. You see what happens to them, sir. You and your group, this Integrity Commission. When was the last time you saw any government minister or any authority taken up for the wrongdoings? When was the last time we saw ministers of government declaring their asset? When? I may be wrong, but somebody tell me, because something seemed totally opposite to what I'm seeing every day. I'm sure you are seeing as well. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Matt.
Morning.
Oh, my God. Matt, what happened to us in that country now, Matt? When I hear that message was being read by Mr. Steve Hyacinth, and he's sitting down in that office there, Matt, is he really, he and his colleagues, are they really doing their jobs, Matt? Matt, so many things are passing under the radar. When the man went to court to prevent certain things from coming out, Steve Hyacinth pushed himself inside there. And what the hell is he doing? He and his colleagues, are he talking about corruption? Corruption, man, get out with your high horse and come down to the ground and speak to people properly. Stop being hypocrite, all you people in that country. Stop doing that to the people. The young people looking at all you, they know what position are you holding. And to hear you there, but you say that corruption day, man, give me a break. Matt, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, bye-bye. 4493095. Remember that big vehicle of the Wrangler? You know that this has passed right over your guy's head and allow this big Wrangler from the Prime Minister come in. Where's the Wrangler right now? The big sports Wrangler, you know, that this guy's allowed to be out there. 4493095. Are we really serious about fighting corruption? It was only, Miss Schillenford, Kara Schillenford, who stood up and questioned. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes. Are we serious? Talk to
Good
me.
morning. Good morning, Matt.
Morning to you, sir.
I'm going to sound like a broken record.
It's okay.
The truth is, we have never been serious about integrity because we are willing to tolerate a lack of integrity if we can defend it. So anything that is small or which benefits us in a way, we will close our eyes to it because we think we benefit from it. But the problem with corruption is that it begins small and then becomes big. So that, for example, to say what I've always said before, Dominica is not the only country that does not have a parliamentary commissioner. There are many other countries that don't have an ombudsman. But Dominica is the only country that does not have a parliamentary commissioner, even though its constitution says it must have one. So we have been willing to close our eyes to the fact that we are violating our constitution because other countries don't have a parliamentary commissioner. So we're not doing something wrong because others don't. But the fact is we're doing something very wrong because we're not following our constitution. The same thing happened when we elected the last president. Everybody knows that the presidential election that just happened was unconstitutional. But because it's not really a crime to have a particular person in the president office, we can blink and pretend it didn't happen. So when I tuned in and I noticed you were talking about Anti-Corruption Day, I realized that really you're talking about Constitution Day because the roots of corruption lie in a refusal to be what we profess to be, what we claim to be, what we swear to be. And so if you are serious about anti-corruption, you've got to ask yourself, what is the stand that Dominicans have taken to their constitution? You cannot hope not to have corruption if you are willing to overlook the fact that your constitution is violated. That's where your problem is.
Okay, caller, thank you very much. What is it a ministers-in-law is placed in the office of the Integrity Commission? Isn't this conflict of interest? Are we really serious about fighting corruption in this country? Isn't it the same Mr. Schillenford or Mr. Hyacinth who keeps fighting Miss Schillenford even at the court? Shame. $8.54. Dominic, are we really serious about fighting corruption? Mr. Steve Hyacinth and your group there in the Integrity Commission. Are we really serious? Morning, Matt. Mrs. Phyllis is so right. Compared to Mr. Steve, to when he and others are involved in the same corruption, somebody's saying at this time. Well, you can't. You'd have to prove that, huh? Long time in years, I knew this man was such an honest and well-disciplined man, and he joined a mess corruption cabal. Remember when the former CAPSEC took up a case against the Prime Minister? It was the same Integrity Commission who removed him as the chairperson of that commission. Are we really serious, sir? According to somebody here, the math is just not mathing. The math is not mathing. For 4493095, 4493096, 4493097, 616 4257. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back for your phone call. Stick around.
Okay, Max. If I'm going to steal Christmas this year, I'll need a smart TV to keep an eye on the who's, a smartphone to call for backup, cash, and a stove to bake this ham. Seriously, I can get all of this for free if I sign up for Flow.
With Christmasing with thousands of gifts, even the Grinch would love. Sign up for a postpaid mobile bundle or high-speed broadband and win big every week. Visit discoverflow.co now.
New York City and the Tri-State Espresso Power.
There's a party. He's a party.
Follow to bow in collaboration with Creole Cultural Ambassador Prince Wadix present Winter Wonderland, the Red Edition, Saturday, December 21st from 8 p.m. 112-50 Springfield Boulevard, Queens Village, New York City. Featuring DJ Sniper, DJ Reckless, and the legendary Prince Wadix from Wadi Calling Pen. Advance tickets $50, $60 at the door. Supported by Q95 FM, the big station. La Famille Créole, tout Dominique, États-Unis, New York City, portation. Kamene, Shannon, Dominique Johnson. Samedi, décembre 21. Wepawe Kozot, Fini pour Piazon. Bon, musique et descente.
Let me remind you, at least some of you, what corruption is. A message there.
Now, another suggestion which is topical that's caused some controversy is I actually think we need lifestyle audits. I was Solicitor General. I worked as Attorney General. Why should I be afraid of being checked if I didn't steal? I should be asked what I have, how I got it, and when I tell you that it's from allowances, I should prove that. If I tell you I have businesses, let me show the businesses, but I should also show what tax I paid. We must all account for the wealth we have. Otherwise, don't go into public service. I have heard some rebuttals about this lifestyle audit issue and saying everyone should then do it. We can't target people. Does everyone handle public money? Those of us who choose to enter these public offices should be open to accountability. When you are in public office, you are not a private person. There's no privacy. If you drive a Range Rover, we want to know where you got the money. Because you are in public office. If you wear a Rolex, we want to know where you got the money. Otherwise, you don't qualify to serve and you shouldn't serve in those offices. And that would be true no matter which party came into power. progressive organizations do at lifestyle audits. I don't know. You can't become a millionaire out of saving in government. How have you done it? How have you done it without abusing your position? If people want to be business people, go and do business. If you want to serve the people, serve the people.
It's funny because just a week ago, I had the minister responsible for Lusaka, Honorable Bowman Nsambu. I asked him a very good question. I asked him where he's gotten all his monies from. I asked him if he's involved in some form of baiting. He said, no, I do work, and the money that government gives me is enough for me to spend.
Ask him for his payslip. That payslip is public. You are a journalist. Go on a Bowman or someone and ask him for his payslip. You are entitled. He's saving you, the people. Seek for that information and check. Go and get my payslip. I can give you the payslip I was getting. I don't think I ever got anything more than 30,000 kwacha as a net salary in that office.
Probably maybe ministers get something way beyond that.
Where?
You can
as Attorney General, I was serving in cabinet. Ask the ministers who are telling you they are being paid enough to give you their payslips. You cannot become a millionaire from working in government. Let's be serious. We are serving people who are exchanging. Some are eating today at lunchtime, others are eating tomorrow. People are dying in this country. You cannot start pillaging national resources and then you even fool the people in the manner that you are being told. There is no government salary that can make you a millionaire. There is no, you will live, yes. Okay, you can get a loan here and there. But certainly you can't become a super millionaire. That is for business people. That is why there is no more government service. When I was in government, I didn't buy a brand new car. I didn't even buy a brand new car for my wife. The records are there. They can come and check. I didn't. I drove my GRZ car all 3 years. But I had been buying brand new cars before. From where I came from, out of my private business, before I ever served in government, I was buying brand new cars from the showroom. The 3 years I worked in government, I never bought a brand new car. So,
and as somebody said, the sad thing is that these protectionist integrity commissioners are paid thousands of dollars monthly to allow and permit the wrongdoings against the people of Dominica. When will it stop? Again, let's listen to Mr. Steve Hyacinth on corruption. Stick around.
The campaign for the International Anti-Corruption Day 2024-2025 focuses on the role the youth, as young guardians of integrity, can play as advocates to raise awareness about corruption and its impacts on their communities. This campaign will be launched on International Anti-Corruption Day 2024 and run until International Anti-Corruption Day 2025. The campaign will seamlessly lead into the 11th session of the Conference of the States Parties to the United Nations Convention Against Corruption in Doha, where young people will have the opportunity to present their appeals directly to world leaders, urging them to support a future where they can thrive free from corruption. The campaign aims to amplify voices of integrity leaders of tomorrow allowing them to express their concerns and aspirations with the hope that their appeals will be heard and acted upon. The campaign seeks to encourage youth to advocate for accountability and to actively participate in anti-corruption efforts. It also seeks to effectively promote a culture of integrity across the public and private sectors and build a generation that stands up to corruption. The youth can be affected by corruption. However, they also have the potential to become powerful agents of change in the fight for a future rooted in integrity. Education is the key in the fight for integrity and accountability. Hence, it is important that the youth are taught the values of transparency, accountability, and integrity from an early age. The inclusion of the discussions on these and other relevant topics within our schools' curriculum is therefore encouraged.
All right, Dominic, here 449-309-596 and 97. This one from Jimmy Cliff.
Hypocrite, you dirty hypocrite, you're gonna pay the price someday. Hypocrites, all of you hypocrites, you're gonna pay the price someday. Words you speak from your mouth, but your heart is telling lies. Oh, hypocrite, you better watch out.
Somebody's asking me, man, seriously, is this corruption thing a joke?
We talk together. Yes, we do.
Man, is this a joke? Somebody said, I really can't stop laughing. Is there an actual anti-corruption committee in Dominica? Well, the Integrity Commission is. People don't pay or don't get to pay their assignments in Dominica.
In the grass.
They get to pay to carry out the plans of the government.
Take it
That's the text message.
for a pass. Oh, but hypocrite, all of you hypocrite.
Somebody's writing, Matt, in Dominica, right is wrong and wrong is right. The government of the day have captured every facet of society. They appoint people in high places for their personal protection and to serve them and them alone, not to serve the people and the country by extension. It's shameful. On the telephone, good morning to you, yes? I'm here.
Matt, I have two questions to ask. I don't know if you can answer.
I'll
Matt,
try.
is the Youth Council dead or alive? Matt, have you heard the Youth Council voice on anything? Matt, if you get the president and call him or her and ask them what is their program like, because I'm not hearing nothing about National Youth Council. Thank you.
And today is basically, dedicated to them, to speak out against corruption.
You said you wish.
They're more busy promoting government of the day, serving as chairpersons on various podiums across the country.
Anywhere you go,
A very good question there.
always want to be found. Hypocrite,
got to be hypocrite. You're gonna pay the price someday. Words you speak from your mouth, but your
Someone says, man, allowed to be a fly on the wall in a room where Steve reads this message, just carry it and insist. That's all is implemented. Heard? I want to repeat it again, huh? Allowed to be a fly on the wall in a room where Steve reads this message to the Prime Minister and insists that it's all implemented.
all of you hypocrites, I know you're gonna pay the price.
Mr. Liquin says, no one will come in to support the Constitution because they are all offended by the people, other people's corruption. Hypocrites.
I know you're gonna pay the price.
All right, let's do it again there from Jimmy Cliff, the hypocrites, the hypocrites.
All of you hypocrites, you're gonna pay the price someday. Words you speak from your mouth, but your heart is telling lies.
On the telephone, 911, talk to me. Are we really
Matt.
serious? Talk to me.
Matt,
I'm here.
birds of a feather flock together. Matt, and you always know the right song to play at the right time. Thank you. I would not like to be your neighbor for me to go nowadays, because it would be very bad.
We try together. But
Matt, hypocrite is joke. Criminal. They will pay the price. They'll face the charges one day. $180,000 or $190,000 to buy a vehicle to transport the Prime Minister children out of the coffers of Dominica. And there's no medicine in the hospital for the elderly people that work their life out. These people didn't even have time, most of them, to go to school. They were working hard for the country. And they're perishing without medicine, just dying like flies. Hypocrite is joke, criminal.
On the telephone, hello, yes? Yes.
Good morning, Matt.
Morning to you, sir. Morning.
Matt, some people say it's comedy. I'm saying it's in your face, bold face. Bold face. The corruption is bold face. It's come out of the cupboard. And of course, the top dog, the world boss, is just treated like a king, like the law doesn't apply to him. Matt. He set himself up above the law. And it's echoed in his statement, no law, no constitution will stop him. So that he has achieved it, man. And unless the people decide against it and decide we want to follow our constitution and we want to demand that it is followed by massive demonstration, we'll get nowhere. That is as obvious. No one can say that Dominica is not at the point where there should be massive demonstration or should not be. We are at the point that this is the only thing left. Massive demonstration. We have no other alternative, Matt. Good morning.
All right. Somebody's asking me, a former police officer is asking me, Matt, can you call Mr. Valerie and ask for his advice to the young people today?
Don't be deceived by all those fancy talkers. A man can say, he'll turn your night into day. And a man can say, he'll take your sufferings away. And a man can say,
You see something that's open in our faces. In the last government inauguration, Missy Henderson was announced as the High Commissioner to England, huh?
showing, gonna take some knowing. Action speaks.
I guess they may have had a change of mind.
Don't be deceived by all those fancy talkers. A
because action speaks louder than words. Don't be deceived by all those fancy talkers, cause anyone can say they'll build a world in a day. Anyone can say they'll make us morning day bright. Anyone can say put all wrong things right. But when it comes to doing, we gonna take some knowing. You must do some showing. Look here now. Shine speaks louder words.
Somebody says the enablers, like those who uphold corruption on the IPO, are the real enemies of the state. Corruption kills, huh?
Louder than words. Don't be deceived by all those fancy talkers.
9:16. Are we really serious about fighting corruption in this country? Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Morning, man.
Morning to you, sir. How are you?
Bashar al-Assad didn't see that one coming.
You didn't see it coming at all.
Deceived by all those fancy talkers. Your action speaks louder than words. Don't be
Somebody's reminding me that Syria has fallen. Assad is on the run, huh?
got to give me some action. Give me some action. Got to give me some action. Come on, got to give me some fancy talk. Give me now. Give me some shana.
Let's again go back to the top of this one there.
Action speaks louder than words. Don't be deceived by all those fancy talkers. Action speaks louder than words. Don't be deceived by all those fancy talkers. A man can say you turn your night into day, and a man can say you take your sufferings away, and a man can say you roll your dark clouds away. When it comes to doing, showing, you're gonna take some knowing. Action speaks louder. Don't be deceived by all those fancy talkers, because action speaks louder. Don't be deceived by all those fancy talkers, cause anyone can say they'll build a world in a day. Anyone can say they'll make us morning day bright. Anyone can say put all wrong things right. But when it comes to do,
All right, let's go back to the telephone. Are you there, caller? No, you. Let's try this call. Are you there, caller? Yes.
Yes, must just allow me to read that for you.
Okay.
What Kim said, reach oppressor to the judge. Come now, you weep and howl for your misery that are coming upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver are corrupted, and the corrosion will be a witness against you. Will eat your flesh like fire. You have heaped up treasures in the last days. Indeed, the wages of the laborers and more in your field, which you kept back by fraud, cry out, and the cries of the reapers have reached the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. You have lived on the earth in pleasure and luxury. You have fattened your heart as in a day of slaughter. You have condemned, you have condemned, you have murdered the just, who does not resist it. So that is the word of God in James chapter 5, and that is what God says about people who are corrupted and people who oppress other people. Thank you very much.
I thank you very much too.
Come on, got to give me some.
Action speaks louder than words. We're gonna do this and we'll come back. Dominica, stick around.
From December 2nd, 2024 to January 6th, 2025, every time you play $5 on Daily 3 and $5 on Multi-X, you'll get a chance to win cash instantly. Look out for your winning coupon that could read "You've won cash," or try your luck again. And that's not all. We're giving away 4 grand prizes of $20,000, $10,000, and two $5,000. Yes, 4 lucky players will win $40,000 in cash, plus over 300 instant winners. Play, win, and celebrate big this Christmas season with the Dominican National Lottery's Christmas Extravaganza promotion. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 18 years or older to play.
No, it's holiday time. See the green, the red, and the white. Gonna keep you moving on all the way back up, all the red lights everywhere. It's that time of year. Get moving, get going. It's Christmas. Get going, get moving, get going. It's Christmas. Get going.
Have a happy and safe Christmas from Rubus. And the results for the best evaporated milk is in. Distinction evaporated milk is 100% pure milk. Distinction milk is a fantastic source of calcium, protein, and essential source of vitamins A and D and other nutrients. The great news is that Distinction milk has no added ingredients and no preservatives. Always fresh, always pure, always rich. Now available in 2 sizes, 170 grams and 410 grams. Distinction evaporated milk is perfect for the family to enjoy no matter how you choose to serve it. Distinction milk is always wholesome and always nutritious. For healthy bones and better immune system, choose Distinction evaporated milk. Distributed by Fine Foods and available island-wide.
How, bang a bottle. Not sure what gift to give? How about a GBA gift certificate? Our gift certificates are tailored to your budget. Located at 106C Independence Street, Roseau, just after the EC Low Black Bridge. Call us at 275-8788. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Wines and spirits are our specialty, with top brands to choose from.
Diplomatico, Fodi, Gemens Reserve, Vino Maple, Bounty, to name a few.
So make your gift giving easy with a GBA gift certificate. Season's greetings from all of us at GBA Enterprises.
It's that time of year to win big. Use your Republic Bank MasterCard today for a chance to win prepaid cards, a culinary priceless experience, and free groceries for 3 months. Terms and conditions apply. Visit our website or social media for more information.
Okay, Max, if I'm going to steal Christmas this year, I'll need a smart TV to keep an eye on the who's, a smartphone to call for backup, cash, and a stove to bake this ham. Seriously, I can get all of this for free if I signed up for Flow.
With Christmas thing with thousands of gifts, even the Grinch would love. Sign up for a postpaid mobile bundle or high-speed broadband and win big every week. Visit discoverflow.co now.
New York City and the Tri-State, es que es so power.
It's a party. It's a party.
Bowl to Bowl in collaboration with Creole Cultural Ambassador Prince Wadix present Winter Wonderland. The Red Edition, Saturday, December 21st from 8 p.m. 112-50 Springfield Boulevard, Queens Village, New York City. Featuring DJ Sniper, DJ Reckless, and the legendary Prince Wadix from Wadikole Pen. Advance tickets $50, $60 at the door. Supported by Q95 FM, the big station. La Famille Koyong, tout Dominique États-Unis, New York City, pour attention. Nous camene, Shannon Dominique Johnson. Samedi, décembre 21. Wepa Kozot, Fini Pompiazon. Bon, musique et descend.
Christmas is hope and love. Christmas is you and me. To be there for families. Magical plans that will be over 180 years. Magical's always there, protecting what matters for Magical. Very new is what we do. Magical, working to make your dreams come true. Magical, right now you're thinking for us.
All right, Dominic, over here, 926. Remember some years ago, many years ago, on the very program with Mr. Lennox Linton, Mr. Tony Asafan said, corruption kills. I'm really trying to find that clip. In the days of the good and accountable government. What has happened to this? Somebody's reminded me that Assad of Syria never thought yesterday he would be seeking asylum in Russia. The weekend gone, 53 years of dictatorship under Assad, under the Assad family, 24 years under him. One day he was gone. So a message to the enablers of oppression and victimization of Dominicans. And that's the story that's trending there all over the weekend.
Hardware and home improvement, building supplies for you, kitchen appliances, even home decor too, lumber, lawn, all your garden supplies, plumbing, welding, electrical supplies.
Visit Do It Center at the former Jane Asset Hardware location on Goodwill Road. Call us at 255-6890.
920. Let's go back to a message there that was circulating some time ago, but it's timely at this time. Very timely.
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in a state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits only temporarily those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corruption, people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter. It's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans, do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society. We all lose when corruption is rampant. Those who participate in corruption have chosen evil over good, lies over truth, and personal gain over well-being of all. To be corrupt means to be rotten. When meat is corrupt, it's rotten, and it stinks. Rotten meat can't be eaten. When a person is corrupt, he's rotten and unfit for a place in the community. A corrupt person should be jailed in order to protect society from the vile deeds of the corrupt person. Government should be protecting us from the foul results of corruption instead of being the proponents and participants in corruption. When corruption is systemic, when it's a culture, a way of life, when corruption thrives, it destroys the health of the community and nation. Now, let me tell you something. Defeating corruption is a very difficult thing. The love of money is the root of all evil, the Bible says. People who love money will do almost anything to get it. Those who choose to stand up against corruption, you need to know that we're going to be involved in a war. We will be threatened, vilified, intimidated, marginalized, and ridiculed. These kind of people who stand up against corruption will often feel alone, as if they are the problem instead of the solution. Corruption can only be defeated when enough people have had enough and decide to do something about it.
Morning, Mr. Peltier. I'm glad to hear that you're playing this piece. And I suggest that you should play it more often, or at least 3-4 times a week, or maybe every day for my matter, because you hear things in that message that resonate on a daily basis in every conversation that you have on your radio programs. And it's something that people must hear. And the more they hear, the more they understand the level of corruption and the condition that it leaves a nation in. My brother, thank you very, very much. Good morning.
Somebody's making the point. Sean Douglas was fired as a senator because he tried to stand up for the Constitution. That was corruption. It was greeted with silence. What is the what? Handwriting about? Somebody says we have lost the chance to be governed by the best leader of Dominica will ever see. The man who leads in trying to eradicate corruption. Most important, he's honest, forthright, and genuine. Qualities that form the basis of a great leader. He definitely has Dominica and his people first. A man of integrity and great standing moral. He is consistent and on track with his teachings and preachings. No reporter can deny how wonderful it would have been to have a corrupt-free leader. His name is Lennox Linton the Great. He only puts Dominica first. He has the skill and experience to take it to the highest level. He has a track record of success in all that he has done. The great Philip Nassif can attest to Lennox being a serious man, focused and dependable. To conclude, I want to say when the tables of voting changes in this country, 95% of the credit will be due to Lennox Linton. He has been working for what about the program about all about between you and me from Susan Oley to Bean Bobble and CBI. Today, he's fighting back for the country, missing $8 billion. The Dominica can grow. So Dominica can grow. And let's continue. Yes. So Dominica can grow to put food on the table and money in the pockets of all Dominicans. God bless Lennox Linton. Bro, a good man like you is never honored in your own country. But God bless. Blessings will continue to rain on you. Continue to serve your purpose without fear or favor. Nobody can do this better. Somebody saying, make sure you read my message. Well, I just did. 9:37. We have no doubt that Mr. Lennox Linton is a good man. He has brought back a lot to the treasury and still working on bringing back a few billions. Somebody's asking the question, why do Dominicans want leaders who are not corrupt when they themselves are corrupt? On the telephone, hello, talk to me, yes?
What's up, boy?
All right, my brother.
Good.
Everything good.
So I'm going to Mr. coming forward to call business and I understand that more you see, more you want. What kind of thing is that, brother, man? Is this where we're going to continue going on, brother, man? Come on, man. Come on.
All right, thank you. Let's go back to that story that everybody's been talking about on the weekend, surface on the weekend, that the plane carrying President Assad out of Syria just disappears. But I think from more information that persons or reports indicate that he may be in Russia. But let's take this report.
Syrian army officers, news agency Reuters claim that President Assad has boarded a plane for an undisclosed and unknown destination, as rebels reportedly surround the capital, Damascus, from all directions. According to flight radar, cargo plane reportedly carrying Assad disappeared from radar near the city of Homs, though there is no official confirmation of Assad leaving the country and the disappearance of his plane. Meanwhile, Syrian Prime Minister Mohammed al-Jalili has said that he is ready to cooperate with any leadership chosen by the people and for any handover process after rebels claim that Syrian President Bashar al-Assad had fled the country. Whereas rebels have announced start of new era in Syria after 50 years of Ba'ath rule, asking Syrians abroad to return to free Syria. Elsewhere, clashes continued between the Syrian army and the rebels as several rounds of gunfire were heard in the Syrian city of Homs. In the midst of all of this, the rebels were seen celebrating the capture of Homs. In the video, the rebels claim that they have fully liberated the city of Homs. Furthermore, the leader of the rebel group, Ahmad al-Shara, has called the takeover of Homs as a threat.
More reports there.
الذي سيفصل بين الحق
Out
والباطل.
of Syria.
ونوصي إخوان المجاهدين كما أوصيناهم في السابق لن يعطفوا على الناس ومن ترك سلاحه فيؤمنوه ومن فر فلا يدركوه.
In addition to this, the Syrian rebel leader has also made claims that its forces have released over 3,500 prisoners from Homs. Apart from this, rebels have also captured a military airport in Hama. According to the rebels, the airport has been used by the Syrian army to strike several targets in northern Syria. Now, with the war showing no signs of simmering down now, Turkey President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has said that the incursions by rebels has spelled a new reality in Syria, speaking at a city located just 30 kilometers away from the Syrian border.
All right, 9:41. Remember a couple of months back, our ambassador to the UN was fired because it was said that she established relations with Syria. See what's happening right now. Did she take the blame for anybody else? 4493095. The story continues. See what's happening now. 4493095. All right, let's see if we can get something from Russia. I was told that
campaign will be launched on International Anti-Corruption Day and run until International Anti-Corruption Day 2025. The campaign will seamlessly lead into the 11th session of the conference of the states parties to the United Nations Convention Against Corruption in Doha, where young people will have the opportunity to present their appeals directly to world leaders, urging them to support a future where they can thrive free from corruption. The campaign aims to amplify voices of integrity leaders of tomorrow, allowing them to express their concerns and aspirations with the hope that their appeals will be heard and acted upon. The campaign seeks to encourage youth to advocate for accountability and to actively participate in anti-corruption efforts. It also seeks to effectively promote a culture of integrity across the public and private sectors and build a generation that stands up to corruption. The youth can be affected by corruption. However, they also have the potential to become powerful agents of change in the fight for a future rooted in integrity. Education is the key in the fight for integrity and accountability. Hence, it is important that the youth are taught the values of transparency, accountability, and integrity from an early age. The inclusion of the discussions on these and other relevant topics within our schools' curriculum is therefore encouraged.
again, where are the examples that the leaders in the Integrity Commission are focused on fighting corruption in Dominica? Like I said, new reports indicate that Mr. Assad is now in Moscow.
Just want to bring you some breaking news here on Sky News. In the last few moments, we have heard from the Russian state media TASS reporting that President Bashar al-Assad and his family members have arrived in Moscow, and Russia is providing them with asylum. That's according to a source in the Kremlin. It had been the case that Russia had told us that Assad had left Syria, that he had left in an aircraft from Syria, but we didn't know what his destination was, and indeed we didn't know where his family was. There had been speculation that maybe his wife and children had left Syria a few days ago. Russia just saying that all the family were out of the country. Well, now, in the last few moments, as I say, Russian state media is reporting that Bashar al-Assad and indeed his family have arrived in Moscow, in the Russian capital, and Russia is providing them with asylum. At one stage, it was thought perhaps they had fled to the other Syrian ally, Iran. Maybe they were getting asylum in Tehran. But no, we are now told that the family is in Moscow. Let's bring in our Moscow correspondent, Ivor Bennett. Ivor, we were only speaking a few minutes ago, weren't we, about the whereabouts of the family, and now we know they are with you in Moscow.
Well, this is only according to one media outlet. This has come from TASS, Russia's state news agency, one of them, and they are quoting a source in the Kremlin, as you say. That is the only report we're getting so far. But it does follow a lot of speculation that Moscow may have offered him refuge this time, because about 7 to 10 days ago, there were a lot of rumours that he and his family were in Russia following the rebels' offensive in Aleppo. And those rumours were never confirmed, but it did fuel speculation, as I say, that Moscow may have offered him refuge this time following his disappearance and reports that he had fled the country. Russia, in a statement earlier today from the Ministry of the Foreign Affairs here, they said that they don't know where Assad is. They have no information on his location. They said all the information they gave was that he has departed office and that he has left the country following negotiations with a number of participants in the armed conflict. They said that they did not participate in those negotiations, but stressed that they had no idea where he was. But this report from TASS, state news agency here in Russia, does appear to contradict that. And it does, as I say, follow a lot of reports a week ago and rumours a week ago that he was also here. And this was one of the two likely destinations that he was assumed to have gone to. The other one being potentially Iran, Syria's other main ally. But as I say, this is still unconfirmed, but I think it does follow, as I say, a lot of rumours and a lot of speculation. And I think a lot of people would not be surprised if indeed he and his family were in the Russian capital.
You see, after 25 years, he had to leave the country. $9:48. Hello, talk to me.
Matt, you think we wouldn't have one like that in Dominica soon to come?
You think so?
I wish.
Oh, you wish. Okay. Somebody say, Matt, all the earthly demons like Assad fall at some time. I'm just wondering when Mr. Skerritt time will come when he'll seek asylum in Venezuela, Cuba, or China. At 10 o'clock this morning, there'll be the opening ceremony at the police headquarters. Just some good news there for Dominicans who have been waiting. The announcement has been made that from the 10th of December, you can now get your barrels. I remember somebody's asking me, Matt, did you see what happened to the CEO of Continental Insurance in New York in broad daylight last week? Trailed by a client from Atlanta, then lighted. When the people is tired and fed up, they don't really carry it down. On the telephone, hello, talk to me, 951. Talk to me.
Matt, I am outside there. I hear you walking down the road there from Courtway, and I hear you talk about that. Matt, that's been happening in St. Lucia since on the 1st of December. I think not December, of November. The people in St. Lucia getting their barrels. There are 2 barrels. It has to be at least $3,000, Matt. The people have to get their all their concession, they're not going to be paying nothing till the January or February, Matt. So that is a margin. We start doing them, start to like the people of Dominica and calling the people of Dominica. That is nonsense. From the 10th to the 10th, give me a fletching break. Dominicans, the man hate all you with a passion. Stop that nonsense. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yes, as I said, the barrels, I think it's $10 per barrel. As it relates to those of you who want to order things for Christmas, I think it's, let me get the deal specifically as to when this deal will end. But you know what happens? By the time you ship the barrel, you don't have too much time. That could have been announced maybe sometime last month. Today is Anti-Corruption Day. Do something positive to influence the young people in Dominica to have them fight against corruption. And of course, the call is coming from Mr. Steve Hyacinth, chairman of the Integrity Commission. Listen again.
The campaign for International Anti-Corruption Day 2024-2025 focuses on the role the youth, as young guardians of integrity, can play as advocates to raise awareness about corruption and its impacts on their communities. This campaign will be launched on International Anti-Corruption Day 2024 and run until International Anti-Corruption Day 2025. The campaign will seamlessly lead into the 11th session of the Conference of the States Parties to the United Nations Convention Against Corruption in Doha, where young people will have the opportunity to present their appeals directly to world leaders, urging them to support a future where they can thrive free from corruption. The campaign aims to amplify voices of integrity leaders of tomorrow, allowing them to express their concerns and aspirations with the hope that their appeals will be heard and acted upon. The campaign seeks to encourage youth to advocate for accountability and to actively participate in anti-corruption efforts. It also seeks to effectively promote a culture of integrity across the public and private sectors and build a generation that stands up to corruption. The youth can be affected by corruption. However, they also have the potential to become powerful agents of change in the fight for a future rooted in integrity. Education is the key in the fight for integrity and accountability. Hence, it is important that the youth are taught the values of transparency, accountability, and integrity from an early age. The inclusion of the discussions on these and other relevant topics within our schools' curriculum is therefore encouraged.
Just to announce again that concessions on barrels begins today. The government of Dominica has approved the granting of concessions on Christmas barrels imported into Dominica from the period December 9th, 2024 to January 10th, 2025. A barrel refers to non-commercial packages received in receptacles such as barrels, boxes, crates, packages, and drums, and containing items of personal use only and not for commercial use. Eligible items shall be foodstuff, with limited items of clothing, toiletries, and toys. Barrels valued up to EC $1,500 will be exempt from import duty, environmental levy, and customs service charge, and each household in Dominica is entitled to a maximum of 2 barrels. A flat port charge of 10 Eastern Caribbean dollars will be payable to the Dominica Air and Seaport Authority, DASPA, for charges related to handling and storing of the barrels and the value-added tax, a VAT of 15% of the import value will be payable to the Comptroller of Customs. So in other words, you just pay $10 EC for your barrels, and every family is entitled to 2. Again, a barrel refers to non-commercial packages received in receptacles such as barrels, boxes, crates, packages, and drums, and containing items of personal use only and not for commercial use. So then get barrels to ship stuff for business. Eligible items shall be for foodstuff with limited items of clothing, toiletries, and toys. Okay, so Dominica, the deal is on until the 10th of January 2025. Take advantage. Just thought I would stick that in there this morning. Let's go to the message here from Rosie Felix we heard earlier. as it relates to Anti-Corruption Day, Anti-Corruption Month?
In 2003, the United Nations General Assembly designated December 9th as International Anti-Corruption Day, a day to raise awareness and intensify campaigns against corruption. It stresses that the campaign is ongoing, and the 2024-2025 theme is Uniting with Youth Against Corruption, Shaping Tomorrow's Integrity. The campaign underscores the vital role of young people in driving change, promoting transparency, and building a future rooted in integrity. This message is an invitation from Roses Parks Women for you, the youth, to begin your campaign and allow us to unite with you because you deserve to meet tomorrow dressed and rooted in integrity. So let's begin the campaign now. It's already late, so this makes it urgent. Unite with your parents, teachers, clergy, community leaders, professionals, artists, politicians, in fact, the entire society. Unite with all of us who embrace the godly, moral, and ethical virtue of integrity to fight the monster called corruption, a monster which has entrenched itself so deeply in our society, sacred offices and spaces, that some do not recognize its danger anymore. They only see personal benefits conceived and birthed by their greed. So here are some reasons why you really need to fight for integrity and fight against corruption anywhere and everywhere. Corruption stings and stings. When you cheat on a test at school, you are disqualified or given a fail grade. When you or your parents steal at work, you both are fired. That's it. You are penalized for lack of integrity, otherwise known as corruption. Corruption steals your dreams, aspirations, and your future. Corruption erodes the very fabric of society, stifles progress, and deprives you of educational opportunities, job prospects, engagement in public life, success in sports, and access and resources for healthcare and other essential services. Corruption perpetuates fraudulent elections and deny you the opportunity to change parliamentary representatives and our governments who are not performing or who have overstayed their welcome and or who suffer from a deficit of integrity. Corruption facilitates the sexual, physical, and psychological abuse of women and girls, thereby compromising your integrity and dignity, sometimes in exchange for a job or for a scholarship or for something else you need, and it is not worth it. Corruption cripples a nation's economy, brainwashes and bribes the citizenry, weakens institutions, violates the rule of law violently, and unfairly interferes with the judiciary. Corruption increases the incidence of crime in general and specializes in organized crime. Corruption leads to dictatorship and violation of human rights and freedom. This is very frightening. But this is exactly why you should join the campaign to become powerful agents of change in the fight for a future rooted in integrity. But you first need to embrace integrity yourself by making it your lifestyle. In the words of your youth leader, Miss Christiana Paul, when she addressed you at the Independence Youth Rally last November, she said, and I quote, "When you commit to excellence, commit to integrity as well." End of quote. Once you understand and practice integrity, you are ready to fearlessly fight corruption. Here are some ideas we can unite on. Promote integrity and ethical behavior within your social circles. Demand accountability and transparency where it matters most. Be whistleblowers on corruption. Respectfully confront those who are involved in or who support and justify corruption, in particular your friends, parents, yes, your parents, parliamentary representatives, village council officers, and leaders whom you follow. Participate in civic discussions and actions against corruption planned by others. Develop innovative and technological solutions to address corruption on a community and national scale. Include the anti-corruption campaign on your national youth agenda, as well as on the agenda of your other groups. Issue public statements against corruption on both mainstream and social media. Create and publish songs, poems, and art to express your anti-corruption messages. And the list goes on. The common saying, stronger together, is a powerful reality. So, let us unite with you to fight for a future rooted in integrity. We deserve it. You deserve it even more because you are that future now. Thank you. I am Rosie Felix.
Again, yes, we have to encourage the young people. But are we, as the Integrity Commission, giving the examples? Integrity means what is right when no one is watching. How many of us would subscribe to that? Steve is not sounding like he is convinced with what he's saying. Focus on the youth, but the adults need to show example. Just what I'm saying before. Is his focus on the youth a cry to bad example set by adults in Dominica? Good question. Is his focus, meaning Steve Hyacinth, who was chairman of the Integrity Commission, is his focus on the youth a cry to bad example set by adults in Dominica? 10:08, talk to me on the telephone. Yes? Yes, sir.
The most important thing in life, brother man, good health and good strength. Okay? And then once the Almighty God with you and to carry you through to the right path, not on the wrong path. But anytime you see you put yourself in corruption, that is evil. Because more you see, more you want, that means greedy. Anytime you put yourself into material things, much material things, brother man, you're going nowhere with that, brother man. That the thanks to the Almighty God for everything He's into you. Look at it, everything He's into you. Okay? Because you're not going nowhere with anything. And you're going to be reading life. Anytime you're not reading life, brother man, you always going to have problems. And this is what's happening now. Because them man there, more than man want. And not concerned about country. They're thinking about themselves, their friends and family, and who getting whatever they get in to have them there in power. But everything is for time, brother man. And the poor people always used to be saying, southwest away, and this is what happened to them for us. And then because they never stop. If the nation had to come together and decide, well, enough is enough, because the man there, because the man going to stay there and forward just to see what they want. And more they see, more they want, they always continue thinking about the man. Why can't we do? Why the man cannot be real for 24 years, the man in nonsense, 25 years approaching, and the same nonsense are going on, and people are accepting that. So Lord have mercy. Where are we going?
Good question there, 4493095. Matt, compares the Syria events. Young Assad took up office because of the unfortunate accident of his older brother. He destroyed Syria and oppressed the people. Compare with Dominica. Give the young man a chance after the unfortunate passing of Dominica's prime ministers. Dominica is now a failed state today. Somebody said, man, I think you're wrong. It's not only $10. It spoke about 15% on VAT. I mean, neither here or there. 15% on $10. 44930959697. On the telephone, 1011, talk to me, yeah? Hello? 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 Nobody there. Going back to the telephone calls. Are you there, caller? Yes.
Yes, I'm there, Matt.
Uh-huh.
That is why I want Dominica Assad to follow the big Assad. Follow, go. Keep it là. He's fed up.
Somebody says, this barrel issues wickedness towards Dominicans. Scared is just laughing when he does his wickedness towards us. Ella, talk to me. $10 you're saying is not enough? Ella, talk to me. Or you think he should give it to you free? Ella, talk to me, yes?
Hello, Matt. Good morning.
Morning to you, ma'am. Morning.
And how are you? Matt, I was just asking, this man flee his country because of corruption. Because so long we are now, we're so corrupt that he had to flee.
Oh, you mean Assad? Yes, he flee because of corrupt practice against his people. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you. He oppressed his people for many years. 25 years. It's 10:13.
And good morning to all Dominicans. Now that is something else, huh? I didn't realize that Steve Hyacinth was still around, Matt. This is a man I have the great respect for. Because you know why, Matt? I remember back in the day when Steve Hyacinth worked with the Ministry of Education, he was the one who interviewed my daughter for her first job as a teacher, Matt. She had just graduated from high school. And he did that interview because they wanted a teacher for the Concord School. They were desperately in need of a teacher for the Concord School. So I brought her into Roseau. His office was at Bath Estate. And he did that interview. He even allowed me to sit in on the interview because I was a bit uncomfortable, sitting outside and, my young daughter being inside, of a building, inside of an office with a man. And it's not that I knew the guy well enough. As I was feeling a little uncomfortable, I knocked the door and asked him if I could come in and sit at the interview, and he allowed me. So I had a lot of respect for Mr. Steve Hyacinth. But I can't believe that this man is sitting on the Integrity Commission in Dominica. And with all the corruption that's going on, he said nothing until today. I'm hearing this man's voice. And I'm wondering, where is his voice? Where did it go? What happened to it back then? Because when I look at, I see Skerrit with 3 mansions. The man built those 3 mansions in the space of short years, Matt. And I'm wondering how his legal income is paying for those mansions, Matt. When I look at the House of Dark Secrets in Roseau, you know, a building that cost millions, Matt, it is still closed. No one knows. There's no transparency with that building. And Steve Hyacinth sits there, his mouth closed. When I look at all the learning institutions in Dominica, as recently as Saturday, they had, you know, a program on connecting the dots where they were talking about, you know, raising funds to cover the roof of the St. Mary's Academy. And I am checking, but what the hell is that? Since Hurricane Maria, they said that the principal's office is leaking and the roof is in a state of disrepair. And so much monies have, you know, gone through that government there, and we don't know where those monies have gone. The state college in itself, too, is another one that is in a state of disrepair. Look at the public library in Roseau. Since the hurricane, there's no public library. And all those institutions, the hospitals all over the country, you know, are in a state of disrepair. And then we see buildings going up, properties being bought, and there's a dark shadow of secret in Dominica. And Steve Hyacinth sits there and says nothing. Look at his own community, the people of Wesley. Their lands were stolen to build, they say, an international airport. The entire community, Steve Hyacinth community, is destroyed. People have not gotten paid for their lands. And this man says nothing. So if it's not corruption, which government would steal people's lands, you know, in the bright sunlight under their noses, just like that, and not pay them? And this man sits there. So what type of integrity he's talking about? I am shocked, Matt, that you know, that someone as Steve Hyacinth that has been part of building this country would sit there and see that country go down in corruption. And he talks about some international day of corruption, like Dominica is not fully, 2.0 overdosed and overrun by corruption. Matt, it is shocking to know that these people, I don't even understand where their souls went, because what is Steve Hyacinth still looking for? This man spent his years building the country. I would want to think that his integrity, he had some integrity built together with all his professional hard work in building the country. I don't understand, Matt. I'm in awe.
All right, 1017 is the... I think you mentioned this song, alluded to this one there. Vastly, nobody knows, nobody hears. Huh?
When a child disappears in the middle of the village, nobody sees, nobody knows.
Somebody's making the point that the people of Syria did not call the radio. How do you know that? Did you monitor the radios in Syria? They came out on the streets to show how they felt about Assad. It's action and not words that will get carried out. I repeat, action.
Child life endangered me.
Somebody's also making the point, man. You see how the rebels succeeded in Syria? All the groups combined and literally shut down the country, while the main group ran down the highway from north to Damascus. That's what I'm talking about. Even the great Syrian army ran for their lives. Should we in Dominica learn from that? Just asking, because Assad left in a cargo plane, like boxes of tomatoes. Oh, Dominica.
Take this serious. Everything's lost, everything's lost, everything's lost. Yeah. Everything's lost, everything's lost, everything's lost. To every child that we abandon, We die a little with him, we lose a battle that we can win.
Let's try this telephone at this time. Hello, 1020. Talk to me. Hello? Some reason we're having some problems with that telephone.
Out of dark secrets, rising in the middle of the city.
Hey, good morning to you, Tessa. Always locked in on the hot set.
As it rises, the citizens fall deeper into poverty. Everyone
I know every time you hear this man's voice,
nobody knows.
you get the Shiva. Tessa. I think that you're the biggest fan, you know, of Dicey.
All lot of broken, civility is lost. Justice overtaken by the rule of force. Democracy is boldly slipping away from us, but it's left to us. All leaders are dangerous. Take this serious. Everything's lost, everything's lost, everything's lost. Yeah. Everything's lost, everything's lost, everything's lost. Anytime justice denied, lawlessness settles in, we losing battles that we can win.
Somebody saying, I know they say comparison is the thief of joy. But let's compare for a moment as it relates to the barrels, huh? St. Lucia, 4 months. St. Kitts and Nevis, 2.5 months. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 2.5 months. Antigua and Barbuda, 1.5 months. Dominica, 1 month, huh? Talking about the concessions and the barrels.
Our silence screams loud in complicity.
It just shows clearly that these economies may be doing are doing much better than Dominica's.
Preachers of the gospel singing the devil's song. Children selling your precious body no longer wrong. When righteousness no longer exalts a nation, people get serious. The time is upon us. Come, let's start to us before everything's lost, everything's lost, everything's lost. Yeah. Everything's lost, everything's lost, everything's lost. To those who stay.
10:23, we're talking corruption. It's anti-corruption day today. Hello, talk to me on the telephone.
Matt, it's me again.
Yes, I.
Matt, I don't mind the other places the economy is doing much better. But at least you're not giving Dominicans nothing. At least give them something for Christmas birthday. The public servants not getting nothing. Nobody not getting nothing. The only set of people are getting something again is some of the senior citizens that get you giving $300. I'm not in it because I'm the poison.
So why? But you're over 60, Lucille, you should get yours too.
Well, I am not talking, I'm not singing red, so I will not get. So why should I go there and make myself like a fool? No, boy. Leave me alone, Matt. I have shame. So much, at least give the people their barrel free, but you love it.
But they said they're giving it to everybody above 60. Is that not the law, the rule?
I don't know, Matt. It's Kerrith rule. It's not the government Dominica rule. It's Kerrith rule. Bye-bye. See you.
All right, see you. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Good. Yes, I. What's the question?
What the Prime Minister doing with his salary when he get the salary? That's number one.
What are you doing with your salary?
Yeah, what are you doing with salary? That's number one. Number two, how come you want everybody to run this country to pamper him all the time like that for everything? That's the two questions I asked me.
Why are they pampering him? Are you pampering him? I don't think you are. So you should ask the people who do. I don't. I guess they love their PM. You have heard them say that many times, huh? What is he doing with his salary? That would be a common sense question, is it? What do you do with your salary? You spend it, right? 9309596 and 97. On the telephone, hello, talk to me, yes? Are you there?
Yeah.
Yes, I. Go ahead, I'm here.
Yeah, who's on the IPO commission? They said something about that fella. Give me the news.
Steve Hyacinth. I think Kara Shillingford representing the opposition. I think there's who else is on that? I think the wife of one minister is on that as well. I can't remember. Yeah, about three versus two. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, but Steve is the chairperson. Somebody said it reminded me that one minister said one time, we are the envy of the Caribbean. Don't forget that statement. If one minister, we are the envy of the Caribbean. So, Mr. Steve, somebody's asking you, if you won't investigate the House of Dark Secrets, the youths will just simply ignore you. Mr. Leonard Clinton and Mr. Thompson, somebody's asking you whether you can sponsor a container of ham to distribute to your supporters. They know Labour Party will not give them. I remember Assad Michael as the opposition doing these things. Mark Waysad. No. All right. So tell me who's paying the bills for the court cases against Mr. Leonard Clinton and Thompson Fontaine. Are you chipping in? The same person that's asking for the ham or the turkey. These gentlemen have been paying out of pocket and being persecuted or prosecuted. And now you want to talk about they ordering ham, containers of ham and turkey? They're not as rich as Mr. Assad Michael in Antigua. So this is like chalk and cheese, okay? Mr. Assad Michael is a millionaire or was a millionaire. So this comparison just wouldn't make sense at this point, huh? Don't you worry, your secret is safe with me. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Good.
It's me alone this morning. We can do without ham and turkey. They have their bills to pay too. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, why would you? Somebody's asking for a container of ham and turkey to give to the supporters of the opposition. Somebody's asking that all the families will do is to put the barrels on their parents or grandparents over 60. You mean to get more barrels in? They're charging the $10 per barrel. So you have 2 barrels per family. So everybody, I guess, will order their own barrels. On the telephone, hello, talk to me, yes? Uh-huh.
Good morning, Mr. Pelte. How are you doing, Mr. Pelte?
How you doing? How you doing, my partner?
Well, I keep in thanks for life, my life, staying healthy, balanced, and positive. You know, Mr. Pelte, you know, I'm a fireman. I have big questions to ask. But let me tell you a little bit now, Mr. Pelte. Mr. Pelte,
I'm here.
you know when workers was in power really and truly, right? Let me tell you something serious, and we're talking about talking sick. No, we are the foundation, Selassie Foundation.
What foundation?
No,
what foundation?
Selassie Foundation. We organize that by fireman members and members because we had a fellow they call him blasting was part of the business, so you don't put $5. But anyhow, we give you the real story.
Okay.
The real history. Now, Mr. Pelte, right? I don't promote crack and coke, and I don't know rum, man, I don't know malice. I just want to do things like the business. But now we have the issue of young guys getting paro and getting confused. So now we have the Selassie Foundation. Now trying to do my little business. I show them guys they don't get together to organize some arts and craft and do certain things. Now we have a body called Ducky Donald from Goodwill. He was a good table tennis player. They have a spot at Goodwill, a building they have there. Now they used to play table tennis and certain sports inside there. So now during that same time, workers was in power, and we're under Honorable Mr. Timothy, Julius Timothy. So now when you go in the building, they tell us they have a bill of $800 and something for light to pay for us to get the lights up and running. You know what? Go to the ministry because really and truly, no matter which government in that country, I can bonfire workers, I can bonfire and staff, I can bonfire any government. But no matter who in charge, when you start to do what I have to do, I have to go to who I have to go to. I go to them. If they come and tell me whatsoever, I can defend myself, I can talk for myself, I can say what I've done. I don't like none of them. You know when I go to them guys never work. You know them guys tell me, Mr. Pelte, them guys tell me, the people them have use this service then, that we use the light. They're supposed to pay, but we don't know who that use it. So I tell you, brother, so much young boys where they are stranded, we want to get them together because we had football, we had arts and craft, and we were doing things and to get them together. You know what I'm saying? Mr. President, I never check me, no. You are telling you, but that wasn't the issue. And then we pay the money, and we keep this thing up and running. Now, I have another case again to give you, Mr. Pelte, right? Mr. Pelte, even know a prime minister going to make a quarry factory or quarry and sell stones and sand. Now it's 100%. He takes 60 for himself and he gives his wife 40. You find that's a good leader?
If he takes 60 for himself?
And he gives his wife 40 out of 100%. You find that's a good leader?
If he's what? The prime minister of the country or the minister?
He was the prime minister of the country.
Well, not his wife. He should give the people because it's the people's money.
Thank you very much. He takes 60 for himself and give it to us.
No, you don't have to take 60 for yourself. You have to share it among the people of Dominica.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
So that's why I tell you, Mr. President, no matter who you put as a leader in that country, anywhere in the Caribbean, because you know why? The slave masters that take so much advantage of the slaves, they never ever give them nothing positive. And the slave master will never teach them the right thing. Now, before I roll out, Mac, you know about Haile Selassie, the greatest king of us in our time?
I heard about him. Your king. Your king. Yes, your king.
That's it. I love him. That's have me born in fire. That's why none of them are talking. They can have 10,000 GC, 10, 11 in O level. No matter what level them are, none of them, no pastor, no Christian, none of them. They can't come tell me nothing about my life. Because you know why? They don't know themselves. They side pass. They like the slave masters right now. They come like workers of iniquity. They sell out. And when they're speaking about this one and that one, all of them, and Mr. McDefigo, no politician, not locally, regionally, international, will never ever come straight. All of them crooked, but the reason why it's about in world boss, as I call him, because of certain things he's doing as a politician. Mac, this is a great country.
So do you support him when he does wrong? No. So why do you support him when he does wrong?
Huh?
Do you support him when he does wrong?
Well, Mr. Birthday, well and truly now. I don't know what is wrong and what is right because
Okay, so let's end the conversation. Once you don't know what is wrong and wrong is right, let's just end the conversation there, okay? I was trying to get in a discussion with you, but you don't know what is wrong and what is right, so you're supporting anything. 10:35. So when you get to answer, you can call me back, okay? Because obviously you're speaking from a point of ignorance. You don't know anything. You don't know what is wrong or what is right. So why do we have a conversation? You say you're supporting your PM, right? I just asked you a question whether you support him when he does wrong. No, all of a sudden you don't know what is wrong. 10:35. I don't think your King Selassie would agree with you. King Selassie was for righteousness, my brother. Oh, we're back, Dominica. We are. On the telephone. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you doing?
What is the wrong thing Mr. Security is doing? I am trying for the partner that is called.
Oh, so you don't know what he's doing?
And what's that?
So you don't know? You're asking me?
Yeah, I tell you what is the wrong thing he's doing. You said when Security is doing why he doesn't tell him he's doing the wrong.
But I'm asking you now. Asking you what he doesn't do anything wrong.
I just see that for the time.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you. You know, I will always say that the Prime Minister can come out right now, like today, he'd walk out and say, the sky is red. And you know, there are many people out there who would believe him. We love our PM. So anything he does, he's correct. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes?
Good morning, Matthias. How are you this
How
morning?
you doing, bro? How you doing?
Yeah, man, idea taking a flight easy, just watching the back canal, enjoying
Long
the video.
time.
Yeah, man. Matt, let's just touch on that concession thing. For the barrels, you said over 60, they get the barrels at the concession for the Christmas.
No, it's generally it's for everybody. But somebody's saying that if you're 60, you should get a little more. Somebody's making the point that if you're 60, you should get more. Yeah, but everybody's entitled to $10 and VAT. Yes.
Yeah. But Matt, we are. You see, the thing about it is that sometimes you have to put things in perspective in terms of the effect of the gesture, right?
Okay.
So what you'd want as a government setting up is for the effect of the gesture to impact a household, right, Matt? But then, through lack of innovativeness with the government, and in 24 years was a reasonable time to structure out formally a good layout of addresses and accountability in terms of a designated address for house. Right, Matt? Even though it's in the rural areas, you can create some kind of zoning system with a label if it's AB of 126 zone. You understand what I'm saying? Right? There are ways in which you can label a household, do or die. No matter if that was done systematically, right? And again, you had accountability by the citizens by a head count where you have a national ID and your ID is tied to your address. What you would have done if you had, they had enough time to institute and implement all these kind of things, then what you would have done is assigned 2 barrels per household. So what would happen is that whenever you go to the port and provide your ID to clear that designated barrel to that address per household, then anybody else that comes from that same household, the address would be a duplicate in the system and it would trigger a red flag where it doesn't allow you to clear a second 2 barrels in that same household. You understand my point, Matt?
I understand.
Because the computer strikes you because the computer has identified that there's a repetitive declarant of the same address.
So what about if this person that you're speaking about has two homes, 2 households? How do you differentiate? He can work on you if he has 2 or 3 homes.
But again, the person can have 10 houses. But one thing you know is that the person identification card identifies them to one household. You get my point? The person identification card and the address on the identification card, which ties to the commodity in declaration.
But you can also Tad, you can also work around that. So you, Tad, you say you want to bring in 6 barrels. Can't you just put somebody else's name on another home? Yes.
Yes, you can do that.
So
if that home happens, yes, I'm not saying no. But if that home legitimately has some other 2 barrels that is really designated for the home, then they lose that opportunity to clear it. You get my point? Because the system flags you.
Well, and I'm talking about their personal homes. There's some people in Dominica who have 3 and 4 homes. You know that. Yeah.
I understand. You're missing the point. We can have 1 million homes, man.
Right.
The point is you're getting an address tied to an address on the identification card. You can only have one address on your identification card as a citizen. So even though the 5 other households become irrelevant because you have no legitimate way to prove these houses are yours from your identification card. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
While I understand, while I'm trying to understand you, Tad. Now, okay, so you want to bring in 6 barrels. You have 3 homes. You put the barrels on people's names. Okay, Tad? So you send it to the different people's names on different homes which belong to you. So don't think you can work around that? Don't think it's an easy way of beating this system?
Again, I told you yes. If somebody who lives in the household can identify themselves as a registered occupant of that household, then yes, it can happen. But what I'm saying is that even after that fact that person now that cleared it on your behalf, they deny themselves an opportunity from legitimately clearing one that might be designated to them from a different family member directly to them because the household has been flagged as a double declaration household. You get my point? So yes, you can beat the system, but it forfeits the person that in the other house you're using to get something directly for themselves now. But it doesn't matter. That's a way to beat the system. I'm not saying no, but it is very difficult. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I follow you.
It is very difficult. And that thing about 60, remember we also said the customs have put things in place where the cargo has to be assigned to the declarant in question, you know, in terms of manifested and the money barrel has to be to you, and you are the one who have to come and clear it, and so on. So giving above 60, that concession, what you'll find is a lot of old people cannot go to the port. So they would have to find a way to get a younger person that can go for that hustle on the port that day to go for the cargo. That legitimately doesn't belong to that person. So you have an assigned declarant. They're not really the owner of the cargo. You know, and in all security levels we are trying to establish in Dominica, that would be kind of I'm breaching on this.
But I think that I'm just thinking out loud there. I think that, you know, if they were given that deal, they could have done it earlier in November, because these days barrels take a long time, especially we're dealing with you know, boats traveling from Miami, and every time they come to Dominica, we have the cement boats, and it's always a problem going back and coming back and going back and coming back. So this might serve to be a problem. Maybe we could get to Dominica after the 10th of January. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that you can make the announcement earlier, but man, you know something that the government is hiding that a lot of people don't understand unless you work in logistics or you work in customs or you work in the port authority. Matt, the concession, while it sounds like, and the government themselves will promote like they helping you out. Look, we even losing money just to alleviate your plight. Matt, do you know the government makes more money, even despite the concession, than regular time?
Tell me how that works. Yes.
Well, Matt, it's volume. Volume offsets it. You see, Maria, when Mr. Skerritt was saying about all the building supplies coming in for free and the government lose a lot of money, that was the biggest fattest lie he did in the history of Dominica. Dominica has never seen revenue from the ports like it did after Maria, Matt, because you have some mandatory charges that have to pass when come to do with cargo. Customs have never made more money than that in the history of Dominica. Port Authority has never made more money than that in the history of Dominica. You know why? The tonnage that came in was exorbitant. And everything runs. All the tariff generally runs based on tonnage, man. Dominicans have to educate themselves so when people talking sweet, they will know it's sweet nonsense. I worked there for 13 years. I can tell you, they made more money during Maria than ever in the history of Dominica. But they will come and say they lost the most because they figure everything passing for free. Everything wasn't totally free. There were cargo dues, there was VAT on certain items, you understand? And the volume based on value offset the normal influx of revenue from the customs and the port. You can interview Mr. Badwell and he will tell you. You could just go by with church and pull up on the desk and just watch a manifest and watch the general tonnage for the whole voyage of a vessel. And it will tell you how much metric tons came in when. You can consult a WAWO worker who their wages are set per tonnage. They will tell you. You understand what I'm saying?
So why don't you, if you're using that formula, Tad, why don't you allow concessions on building material? You have a lot more coming in, so people will get a little ease on building materials in Dominica. Don't you think that can work as well?
It's not even concession on building materials. You know, we need a thorough review of the taxation at the port to increase and attract investment and development. The volume at which things will expedite and grow and people will invest will offset the normal revenue that was coming in per month under regular circumstances when the cargo was stacked. You seen St. Martin running duty free, man?
Mm-hmm.
What St. Martin have? St. Martin don't have mountain sightseeing and nothing. All St. Martin have is traffic, development, and beach. So there has to be an influx of resources to service that type of human traffic in that space, right? And the little concession that goes towards the cargo, based on the volume, they get way more than if they were to put taxes where it would restrict or not influence investment. We can say in Dominica, Matt, I will tell you why it will work maybe the most perfect way in Dominica. Because of the level of the amount of resources we have, where we could go into multiple range of investments. There are multiple ways to make money.
Well, if you're a friend of Mr. Pinard, maybe you should give him a call and make some of the suggestions there. Yes?
No, Matt, when you used to taking paracetamol to cure your headache, Matt, I cannot commit ibuprofen just so you know because you're addicted to that particular pill. So the government in question is very comfortable and addictive to their way of obtaining revenue. They're not innovative. They don't want to take a chance because they're not sure. They don't have a structure to create a guarantee in implementing certain things to show that it will work. You know, Matt, that is why it's very important. Mr. Skerrit can have the biggest cabinet, he can have all what he wants. But if you see Mr. Skerrit had a good international base of diasporans on a consultancy group level that would educate him or put certain things, theories forward to help him in his governance, he would be better off than going to the cabinet or taking directives from Anthony Hayden.
I tell you what, you should give Mr. Skerrit a call. I suspect he might just appoint you as one of his advisors, huh? Thank you, Chad. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We don't have too much more time. It's 9 minutes. Again, Tad, thank you very much as always. Nice engagement.
Man, all them issues that should be happening Christmas time with barrels. Barrels, my boy, barrels. I mean, even if somebody parents send 20 barrels for them, all they have to do is put one price for a barrel. Say $50 per barrel. No matter how big the barrel is. Barrels, $50. So even if somebody send you 20 barrels, you pay 20 times 50. And don't get clear. Don't do that. We don't have about a barrel. So even barrel not making big head in Dominica. No barrel. So who's the cause of that? We're going to blame for barrel, you say, you know. By the way, Dominica, when I get to a place, right? It's just I just don't know, my son. I don't know. Mister, just put the barrel on one price for a big, small, medium. That's all it is. People have to eat food.
It's 10:53 in the morning. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes, hello.
Martin Sneddon, Mattad would be a better advisor to Lucille Skerrit than the Jumbie he put there with him to advise.
Don't call people Jumbie, Lucille. Don't call people Jumbie. Somebody says now, let's see. Someone is making a point. A simple Google search tells you of corruption with this highly elastic despite his best efforts. So there was a corruption and it was wrong then and it's wrong now. I think a message there from my friend there in St. Joe, the Rastafari. So a simple Google search, somebody's saying here, tells you of the corruption with Selassie despite his best efforts. So there was corruption and it was wrong then and it's still wrong now. You see, when people say, try to assert that there's nothing wrong, you actually know from the very second they open their mouth, they're speaking some ignorance there. So you try to cut them off early before embarrassing them and putting them in a very awkward situation. So you just end the conversation. On the telephone, hello, talk to me, yes? Caller. Hello? Hello? Hello, yes? Uh-oh. Somebody says the wrong number. It's 5 minutes to the hour of 11 o'clock. We have 5 more minutes to go. 5 more minutes. I see a lot of the power reps putting on the Christmas trees. I saw they're in the Caesar Hotel and someone in Point Michelle. So all the power reps are putting the Christmas trees all around the island. Hello, talk to me. Are you there?
Yeah, Matt.
How are you, sir? How are you?
Fine, Matt. Matt, if they don't give it to you in your hand, giving you a barrel is too far away. They have to give it to you in your hand and watch you in the eye and say, "Don't bite the hand that feed you." Yeah, that's how close that's how tight it has to be. It cannot be to benefit members of the opposition. It must only benefit supporters and would-be supporters.
But so can't you get? I mean, from what I gather, the barrels are for everybody.
Yes, but what I'm saying is that they put it in a limited way, because when they come with the ham and turkey, they still want you to jump for joy. They still want to give you that handout. They don't want to get you too much. You have to get that ham and turkey from their hand and feel special that you are a supporter. Only supporters are getting it. It's a psychology, man. It's a psychology.
So if you get a ham or turkey, would you accept it?
Well, I'm a vegetarian, man. Try again.
All right, caller. Thank you very much. He's a vegetarian. Let's say we can take a call.
Matt,
yes, tell me.
a person that call and ask about if Mr. Linton and Mr. Fontaine cannot get a container of ham to give to their supporters. Tell them, instead of the Labour Party giving out ham, tell them why don't they provide jobs for the people so that the stores can have the hams and the turkeys, and then the people can buy it. So that way the economy will be boosted and then everybody would be fine. Provide the jobs for the people instead of just giving them. That is the problem with these people. Give. There's nothing wrong in giving, because there's always poor people amongst you. There's nothing wrong in giving. But this is the way the Labour Party, or should I say, Mr. Skerrit and his people, that's how they work. Just give people, give. So then when they give you, in other words, you have to give them back. They don't give it for nothing, that's why they select who they give it to. If they were giving it to everybody, then that would be a different story. But no, they have a select few that they give it to. Tell him to provide jobs so that money can circulate, so that people can go in the stores and buy their own. That is what makes them feel like a man, buying your own. Thank you, man.
A lot of people used to be very good. They're looking forward to buying their own ham and buying their own turkey for Christmas. What has happened to those days, You work and you go buy your own turkey, buy your own ham. The supermarkets will be selling. The supermarket owners will make a little money. But there's still ham sometimes after the season. A lot of it because people did not buy because they received it free. So you expect the economy to turn around. Somebody's telling me, I haven't confirmed that yet, that brown sugar may be scarce again. Dexia, are you owing the supplies? Are you owing $3 million? Somebody's asking Dexia this morning. Brown sugar scarce again. Is Dexia owing the supplies? I'll call Dexia to find out sometime later on the program because somebody's making the point that brown sugar may be scarce again. I can't tell you I don't know that. I don't have that information, but I'll find out. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes?
Man.
Yes.
The sea was rough again, man.
The sea was rough again?
Yeah, that was the last excuse, wasn't it?
Well, I don't know. I think
they'll use it again.
Well, I'll have to find out
Matt,
first. Before I conclude, I have to find out what's going on with Dexia.
Quickly, Matt.
Yes.
The supermarkets are also employing people, man.
Right.
Don't forget that point. They're creating employment. They may make a lot of money, but people are employed. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to leave it with this one.
When a child disappears in the middle of the village,
See you at 1 o'clock. Talk on the block.
sees nobody knows. It's the village, still a village without a child to raise. When nobody sees and nobody knows. Child life endangered means innocence is lost. We become predators of the children living among us. Can't call on Jesus, he already died for us. Now it's all.
Somebody's just making a point here. Matt, good morning to you. The official must the officials must explain about the barrels. $10 is the tailgate. You're not paying, but otherwise you have to pay for everything else. For 2 barrels of food and clothing to share for family members last year, I paid $367. Well, maybe, I'm just saying maybe. I can't conclude that these people at the customs feel that you're bringing the barrels to share or to sell. That's the only conclusion I can come to. $367
We lose a battle.
to share among family members, because I'm reading there from the notice that you are allowed some clothing items. These people may have thought that you're going to open a store. I'll find out and tell you now. I'll tell you a little more, okay?
House of dark secrets rising in the middle of the city.
Until next time, 1 o'clock.
Thieves, nobody knows. As it rises, the citizens fall deeper into poverty. Everyone sees, nobody knows. All laws are broken, civility is lost, justice overtaken by the rule of force. Democracy is boldly slipping away from us, but it's left to us. All leaders are dangerous. Take this serious. Everything's lost. Everything's lost. Everything's lost. Yeah. Everything's lost. Everything's lost. Everything's lost. Anytime justice denied, lawlessness settles in. We lose in battles that we can win. There's a dark cloud hanging over the country. Everyone sees, everyone knows. Everyone sees, everyone knows. Our silence screams loud in complicity. Everyone sees, everyone knows. Everyone sees, everyone knows. Preachers of the gospel singing the devil's song. Children selling your precious body no longer wrong. Righteousness no longer exalts a nation. People get serious. The time is up. Come, let's start to us before everything's lost. Everything's lost. Everything's lost. Yeah. Everything's lost. Everything's lost.